Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Burner Account. We've been gone. We missed you. Hope you missed us, but we're back. We got a lot to get into. The Cowboy season has come to an end, my boys. And hey, we got why is there so much drama at the end of this season? Like it just for a team with no playoff hopes, no way to contend, like it just seems like we can't get out of the news. So, we'll talk about that and then at the end we'll go ahead and make our playoff predictions for the teams that don't suck and actually did make it. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. The Cowboys lose to the Commanders at the end of the season last game. For the most part, they were pretty close to pulling off a second what I would consider upset of the Commanders. Um, the Commanders starting quarterback just couldn't get anything done, and then comes Joe Flacco, or I'm sorry, Marcus Mariota. I don't know why I always get those guys mixed up. Marcus Mariota gets put in, and all of a sudden everything's more effective. The ball's getting moved around, and the Cowboys squander a lead. And of course, as is basically an amalgamation of the entire season, we fall short. So I'll start with you, Julio. Did you get to watch the Commanders game, and what did you think overall? What you saw?
I actually went to the game. So
Nice.
I was actually there. Saw the entirety of the game. Had me sitting at the edge of my seat for the most part of the game. Again, like you said, we did end up losing in the last 6 seconds, if I remember correctly, of that game.
Yeah,
So
they got the ball for 2 minutes and drove
yeah,
it down
and
our throats.
pretty much.
Yeah,
So I did get to watch the entire game. I know that I went with my dad and my brother and my nephew, so we all got to enjoy the game. We watched it, and they were really hype about having Trey Lance in there, stepping in for Cooper Rush at the end of the season. I was like, I don't know why the hell y'all want to watch, this dumpster fire of a player try to
what
rally
did
us
they
to a.
see? What did they see from Trey Lance that had them excited to see Trey Lance?
To me, it's more or less that the youth is, I guess, what they were excited about because. I mean, I asked the exact same question. I was like, "So you're telling me Trey Lance is better than Dak?" He was like, well, I mean, he's playing better than Dak. I'm like, okay.
Playing
I'm
better
like,
than well, he's playing. I mean, Dak's out.
and
So,
then, of course, I'm like, "So you like him better than
you're
Cooper
playing
Rush?"
better than Dak at this point.
I'm like, "So you like him better than Cooper Rush too?" And they're like, "Well, I mean, he's in there, right? He's starting." And I'm like, I don't know where everybody gets this mindset. Again, I know that as Cowboy fans, we like to over process a lot of different things and a lot of our players
We
in a certain
overreact,
light.
bro.
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
overreaction
Definitely.
neutral, and we definitely give too much credit to our guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I was like, I've never seen anything good come out of playing Trey Lance besides him making, scrambles and runs at the end of a play when he can't throw the ball downfield. Besides his speed, I don't see anything. He doesn't have good accuracy. He doesn't throw the ball well down the field. None of those. He doesn't check any of the other football quarterback boxes for me. He doesn't.
He had
So
he had. Let me stop you right there. He has a cannon for an arm, but imagine a cannon that you don't know how to aim at all.
it's pretty
That's
much is
the
what you're
issue.
getting at. Yeah.
That's the issue.
So for the most part, I mean, yes, the Cowboys started out well. They looked really good to start the game, and then it just started to fizzle towards the end of the game. The defense started real hot, as they have been for the past 3 or 4 weeks now. They've been playing really well, lights out, damn near. As you can tell, they had shut out. Isn't it Jaden Daniels? I think that's
Yeah.
the Commanders' quarterback.
Yep.
They had shut him down real quick. Micah was balling out, got his sacks, was able to perform. I mean, he was playing lights out. It was great to watch the defense. When we got on offense, on the other hand, that was That was rush. That was rough football to watch, bro. Rough.
It definitely was not one of those games that you're just like, oh man. It was a barn burner. It was like, hell no. That was
Yeah,
kind of brutal.
yeah, it was bad. Again, our star Brandon Aubrey, saving us with points on the board through the first half and going into the third quarter. So I was like, this looks like if Brandon can't win it on his leg, then we're basically done. The moment that I heard that they had taken out Jaden Daniels and they put in Marcus Mariota, believe it or not, as soon as I heard them say Marcus Mariota is coming in and he replaced Jaden Daniels already at that point, I was like, watch, he's gonna fucking run it down the field and he's gonna score a fucking touchdown. And
Yeah.
sure enough, as soon as I said that, that's exactly what he did. He was able to just drive it down the field, make our defense look damn near Pee-wee like, and ends up
Real
scoring.
pedestrian.
Ends up scoring. And I was like, this can't be happening right now.
Hey,
And then of all people,
he killed us
Marcus
with his
Mariota.
legs.
Yeah, he
At
did.
the end of the game, he got them where they needed
Yeah.
to be running the football.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, I wasn't very impressed. It was a letdown to go to the last game of the season and then watch them lose in the last 6 seconds. But overall, I mean, we gave pretty good effort. We fought the entire game. At least the defense did. They tried to hold them at bay, but we ended up letting them score to end the game for us. So, yeah, I mean, it was a roller coaster when we were there, but at the same time, I kind of expected that we were going to lose that game.
So you went to 2 games, right? The Lions and the Commanders?
Don't remind me of the Lions, yeah, but
And
yeah.
they lost both times. The
Mhm.
moral of the story is stop going to the game.
Probably what I'm going to start doing. I'm
You're
going to
bad
stop
luck.
going.
You're
Yeah.
bad luck.
hmm
I mean that doesn't matter. Our team just sucks.
Yeah. They would have lost whether you win or not. Jay, did you watch the game?
I did not. I did not. However, I tuned in to see the last play, and I said typical. So, I mean, it's the story of the year. It's the story of the last 30 years. We we love to give up games. We love to let teams come back and win, and that's just the history of our team. It's a history of our team, history of the owner of the team. It's another year, and I'm sure it's gonna happen next year. It's gonna be the same shit because we're not gonna change anything. We're not gonna go get anyone. It's gonna be the same shit over and over and over.
I mean, 7-10 after 3 straight 12-5 seasons. I mean, you had to know that this was coming with Dak being out. Not that Dak
No,
was just
no, we
playing lights
didn't.
out at the start of the
We didn't
year.
have to know. We didn't
You
have to
did
know
have to know.
because supposedly Cooper Rush did great when Dak was out before. So no,
But that's what I'm saying is
I'm not.
people that say that, like how can you anybody that's a true believer in Cooper Rush, like he if you hear somebody say he's better than Dak, revoke your
I didn't,
football card.
I didn't say he was better than him. I said
Please
he
revoke your
did
football
well
card.
when Dak was out. Did he or did he not?
He definitely held the Cowboys down, not in a bad way, but he held them down like like he did everything he could for him. So I give Cooper Rush all the credit in the world for stepping up as a backup because this is not the first time Cooper Rush has had to take over and try to, do something when Dak is out.
Did a hell of a lot better job than Andy Dalton. That's for damn sure. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Do the Joneses have a thing for redheaded quarterbacks? Maybe
I have a
Jason
thing for
Garrett,
redheads. Period. Just
Andy Dalton, Cooper Rush. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
there might be something to that, but
don't get me started on that family. I mean,
7-10.
hmm
the Cowboys. I mean, we knew pretty early that the Cowboys just weren't going to compete, and then when Dak went down, it was just like it's just a snowball effect of
Julio said we're going to win out.
Yeah, but Julio's not realistic. I think he says that, but he knows like he's not that delusional.
What do you mean? Dallas Cowboys for life, baby. Do you not see the posters in the background? Do you not see all this?
He said we're
Yeah,
going to the
we're gonna
bowl.
win
That's
out.
what Julio said.
That's
Julio
right.
said,
Every year.
You
Every year.
have the lights and the posters and the chains. That's fine, but that doesn't make you delusional to where you're just like, oh, the Cowboys are just world beaters because
We are world beaters.
they're not.
Yeah, we are.
Absolutely not.
No,
Now,
yes, we are.
we go 7-10. Micah gets his 4th straight season of 12 plus sacks, joining the company of Reggie White.
Mm-hmm.
The only other player to ever do that in their first 4 seasons.
Yep.
So that is rarefied air that he has joined with his performance.
and we're going to be stupid. We're going to pay him, and then he's not going to do shit.
I mean, he's good for 13 a year, somewhere in there. So, I mean, I don't know how much he thinks that's worth. Micah has been on the record saying, hey, I don't need to be the highest paid guy as long as you're telling me that we're gonna have players around us kind of make us better.
But they're still going to make him the highest paid. Watch. It's the history of this fucking team. I said it. I was right when I said Zeke wasn't going to do shit this year at all. Didn't. We wasted that. I said we should have got Saquon and Henry. Both of them had exceptional years. I mean, it's the history of this fucking team it's basically Jerry Jones is like a woman. He's not going to do what you tell him to do because you told him to do it. He's going to do what he wants to do.
Right.
And then when it blows up in his face, then he wants to, then it's an issue. Or it's, well, it wasn't my fault. No, it was your fault. It is your fault.
Sound like Borat.
It is your fault. Because that's how Jerry Jones talks.
Now he sounds like Forrest Gump.